historic lows in Dallas, Oklahoma City, and in Kansas City, the coldest since 1989.
Today we are talking about extreme climate, Texas, electricity, and cause and effect. Where is Texas? Texas is the second largest place in the United States by population and land area. Because it was an independent republic, it was known as the Lone Star State, and later became independent from Mexico. Then let's talk about why there is a rare coast named in Texas.
Where in Texas? Why did the rare coast name suddenly appear in Texas? This place in Texas was hit by the lowest temperature in 30 years after a power outage caused by an electrical phenomenon. According to the Bureau of Meteorology, the USA to Canada border has an Arctic cold front that brings cold rain and snow. The cold front, which usually remains in the Arctic due to cyclones, moved from Canada to the central and southern United States. Now, Texas is full of icy and snowing scenery, which is breathtaking, but it also brings very inconvenient troubles to the lives of local people, such as water and electricity cuts. Next, we are going to talking about electrical overload and grid overwhelmed.
Action. Electrical overload and grid overwhelmed. And just as I mentioned this Arctic cold front, it went south to the central and southern regions of the United States, which lead to an increase in people's electricity demand. Because of the severe cold, people had to use heating equipment, which would eventually cause the Texas power grid to be overwhelmed. News event when about 4 million households were without electricity. According to the Electric Reliable Council of Texas, the committee that governs the state, the Texas grid is backed by Electric Reliable Central of Texas. They do not depend on other power plants, but are their own independent. And the weather was so cold that power plants had to be shut down. Next. What is the main source of electricity in Texas? Is there no response when disaster strikes?
Pictures of electricity in Texas, and there is no response when disaster strikes. According to ERCOT, 40% of Texas electricity in 2020 will come from natural gas power plants, 23% from wind power plants, 18% from thermal power plants, and 11% from nuclear power plants. In recent years, the proportion of thermal power generation has gradually declined, while the proportion of renewable energy from wind and solar energy has gradually increased. According to reports, extreme climate factors were not taken into account at the time, so once the Arctic snowstorm was encountered, whether it was renewable energy or non-renewable energy, everything went wrong. The equipment has also been forced to stop. There is no way to use it, or the entire company's power will collapse. In addition to causing the power outage just mentioned, the extreme cold climate in Texas has forced more than half of Texans to have insufficient water supply in the southeast area, as well as insufficient food supply. Municipal, industrial, educations, electronics, and medical care or shut down completely. In conclusion, the governor of Texas issued many disaster orders,
and the legislature has many disaster-related bills. Therefore, this disaster has caused the record of the hardest in the history of Texas at all levels. The government should have a better solution. People can also store more emergency items, such as worm packs. These are references. Thank you for listening.